everyone, welcome to another basic inspiration class, basicgrey.com. This week we're going to be using some products from the Basic Grey store, and these are available as a kit, all three together. The first one is the Offbeat 6x6 paper pad. Some really fun patterns, kind of retro but still a little bit modern, really fun. I've got some element stickers from that same collection from Offbeat, and then some letter stickers from the Urban Couture collection. The colors match really, really well, so these work well together. Okay, so the first thing I've done is I've cut out a strip of just white cardstock, and it's 12 inches across and 2.5 inches tall. And I've also cut some of the 6x6 pad into some strips. And what we're going to do is we're going to piece them together to make a pattern for the very bottom of our page. So the first thing I'm going to do is just put down a bunch of adhesive just along the edges. This is going to hold down all the papers. A few in the middle for good measure. Alright, and then I'm just going to pick one of the patterns and just stick it on there. And then I'm going to go through and find other patterns. And I cut them all in varying widths, you know, just to keep some interest. So I didn't do any, you know, precise measurements for these strips of pattern paper. I just went for it. The thing you just want to make sure is that none of your papers, like you want to make sure they hang off the edge on the top and bottom. You don't want them to be too short. This is a great way to use up scraps of pattern paper as well. Okay, so I've got that completely covered, and now I can turn it over and just cut along these edges. You see that edge right there? Cut along this edge to make it the perfect size. I'm actually going to get one edge started, and then I can put it in my paper trimmer. Two edges actually, so it'll fit in. And then I'll put it in my paper trimmer and I can do the sides all in one cut. Okay, so now I've got this strip right here. It looks like a whole piece of pattern paper, but I've actually pieced it together. Okay, so I've got all these scraps. I'm going to put them off to the side. Here's the page I'm using. I'm using some pattern paper from the Basics collection. It doesn't come in the kit that's in the store, but you don't have to use it. You could just use some plain white cardstock. I'm going to be placing that down there at the bottom. Before I adhere it down, I'm going to kind of place things to make sure everywhere it's where I want them. I have these 4 pictures of my niece, and when my niece was a baby, that's when I first got started into photography. So I have a lot of photos of her throughout her life. She's 10 years old now. So I thought I would do kind of like a growing up page. So I've got varying ages of photos. And we're actually going to put these side by side across the page. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down now that I think about it. I'm not going to worry about it. It's not going to be moving. I'm going to go ahead and adhere these photos down. Okay, so I've got the photos on there. I'm going to take this sticker strip and it's going to go right across the center right there, just to combine everything all together. Okay, for the next part, I have this strip of some of that white cardstock again. And all I do is I just place down the white cardstock right here, and then I drew a little slope on with a pencil. And what we're going to do with this piece is we're going to piece together some of this green. And what I did was I took one of the 6x6 sheets and I cut it in half, so it was 3x6, and then cut them into strips. And then from the original, you know, from the paper that I cut down here, I kept these a little bit longer. And that's because I need them a little bit longer to cover up the tallest point over here. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing that I did on the bottom section of the page and just add some adhesive. around all the edges. And then I can start doing a diagonal. I'm doing it this way because the green pattern, you know, no matter how you pieced it together, it wouldn't match up to make the full 12 inches across. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go with it and make them not match, and then it won't look as odd. I don't know if that works, but this is one of the ways you can stretch your 6x6 pad. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it over and just trim it out. Okay, so now we've got this strip here. I'm going to go ahead and adhere it down onto the page. Okay. So there's that right there. Now we're going to start placing some of these element stickers on. Okay, so I know I want to have this journaling tag down here. I'm going to have it be just down in this corner so I can label it a little bit. Just put that down there. All right, and then I want this large leaf and stem. Be really careful peeling it up off the sheet because you don't want to have it tear any of the leaves. Okay. All right, now I'm just going to kind of place it there. I'm not going to press it down. Okay, we're going to put some of these flowers on there. I think I'm going to have a bird. We'll have the bird standing. Okay, we're going to place this about right there. We'll have the bird standing. And then it's going to say grow, and I'll say watching you grow. So I'm going to go ahead and attach the G, or adhere the G. Actually, we're going to start from the back. We're going to start in reverse. Start with a W. Okay, so I'm going to carefully peel this up. Okay. I'm going to take this orange flower sticker. I forgot I wanted to put this on here somewhere. Let's see, where do I want it? So where's the bird gonna go? Okay, we're gonna put that right there. Actually, it's gonna, I'm gonna cut it off right at that leaf. And it can go right there. All right, and the bird is gonna go right over top. Well, actually, where? Okay, the bird's going to go right there, and his little tail will be attached. All right, now I'm going to take these flowers, and I'm going to put them on dimensional adhesive. Okay, and let's see, do I want to add anything else? I think I'm going to add just some white stitching along this bottom edge. Okay. I'm going to use my brown marker, and I'm just going to write in, actually I'm going to put her name in stickers now that I think about it. Okay, I'm going to do one more thing before I call it a day on this page. I've cut some little strips out of the blue paper, and I'm just going to kind of add a little border around the outside edge just to kind of set it off and make it feel complete. So let's see, I'm going to go ahead and put down a line of adhesive. I'm going to turn the page, and I want it to be about right here. Okay, so I'm going to put down the paper and get that started. Then I can grab another strip and bring it down to the bottom, and then really carefully just snip off the end. Okay. Then we're going to do that on the other two sides as well. Okay, so that finishes off the page. Hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to head on over to basicgrey.com to pick up a kit so you can make a page like this of your own. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.